Greetings, everyone. My name is Tony Holowitz, and I want to talk to you a little bit about clients and prospects. So, I have a fundamental approach. I want to be sure that my clients and the prospects in my database know I exist. Do they know I exist? And one of the ways I can do that is obviously I can pick up the phone and call someone, but that is very time consuming. If I call 100 people, probably I'll get through to 20 people, and it's going to take me all day to make those calls. But I try to practice good client and prospect follow up. Now, how often I call depends on sort of their situation. But the key here is I want to make sure I follow up and they know I exist. So another way of approaching that is this. ACT has a tool called ACT Marketing Automation that allows you to send out an email. Now, the email you send out could be a beautiful template, and I'm not always the biggest fan of those, but it can also be just a simple text email, like something you'd compose in Microsoft Outlook, for example. So having said that, when you send an email out, one of the most important aspects of that email, in my opinion, is to know that the people on the other end are opening the email. If they open the email, can we therefore assume that they know you exist? And the worst thing that can happen when you have a big database of ACT contacts is they don't know you exist. If you're not reaching out to people on a regular, consistent basis, they could buy elsewhere. They could work with someone else. So my goal is to stay in touch with them. But let me show you the underlying results of what happens when you send out an email. So I'm going to create a scenario here. Let's say I make a decision to call 4 people. And these 4 people are on my screen. So first, I'm using me as an example. Now, when I look at my contact, what I see is I've got my phone number information. But most importantly, what I want to draw your attention to is down below is what's called the campaign results. And if you click on this, you'll see these are the results of the email that you sent out. So in this case, I haven't sent any emails to myself. But now what I'm going to do is I'm going to come to this blue bar and I'm going to drag the screen up to hide the identity of these individuals. Now that I've hidden that, what I'm going to do is I'm going to jump ahead to the first contact. And this contact had an email go out, and I want to show you what I know about this contact. One, I know the contact has opened my email. Therefore, the contact knows I exist. Next, they've actually clicked on a link in my email. So when I look at a contact like this, I can sit back and say, you know what? This person knows I exist. Do I have to call this person to say hello? Wouldn't hurt. But honestly, I might not have to because they know I exist. They know I'm here if they need me. So next, when I look forward to go to the next contact, this one has no opens. So as a salesperson, as a business owner, I have a decision I can make here. What do I want to do? Now, what I would do personally, if this person was important to me, I would pick up the phone right now at this moment and call them. Because I want to get on their radar. I want to keep my name in front of them. I'm going to call and introduce myself. If I have a mobile phone number, there's a tool that you can get for ACT that allows you to send this person a text message right here from ACT. And I can actually create a little template that I could use over and over again. I could say something like, just touching base with you, want to make sure you're good, and if you have any questions, reach out to me. So I could call this person. I could send him a text message. Let me go to the next one. I'm going to come right here. And next, I see this person's opened it. They haven't opened it for a little while, but they've opened it. And I think, yeah, I'm okay with this. They know I exist. I don't really have to do anything else. And then I'm back on my contact. So the point I'm trying to make is this. When you use ACT Marketing Automation, the software and that tool can tell you a story. It can tell you a story about your relationship. It's how you interpret that relationship. You can also identify by creating a group automatically. It can be manually created, or you can have what's called a group membership rule or a dynamic group, same meaning. And what that does for you is it allows you to find all the people that have opened your email and put them in a group. Therefore, once you know who's opened it, you can then turn around and say, okay, if they haven't opened it, if they don't know I exist, what do I have to do for the other individuals? So there's a couple different ways you can approach this, but the key is this. Make sure your contacts know you exist. Don't let any contact ever slip through the cracks. And that's really what I want to illustrate here, because sometimes people, they say, oh, I never have to send out an email. It doesn't have to be complicated. It can be a very simple email. Just touch them. Understand how your contacts are looking back at you. And I think if you do that, all of a sudden ACT becomes a bit of a tool that you can say, wow, I didn't realize I could do that. Anyway, I just want to give you some insights in that so you can understand the way I approach ACT marketing automation, the way I try to get my clients to think about it, and therefore really make it a tool that's valuable to you. Okay, my friends, you have a great day. Be well. Bye now.